Hello children, good morning to you all. In last video we discussed about gram equivalent concept. Now in this video we are going to study about the empirical formula and molecular formula and how to determine it. Okay. See, now we'll see what is meant by an empirical formula. See, this empirical formula is nothing but it is the formula which is written in the simplest ratio of the number of different atoms present in one molecule of the compound. That is said to be an empirical formula. Okay. Here we are writing it in a simplest ratio form. Let us take one example which will make you the better understanding. C2H4O2. Here carbon will have two constituent atoms, hydrogen 4 and oxygen 2. See here, their simplest ratio, that is carbon, because three elements are there, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So ratio we will write in this manner by keeping the colon. So now 1:3, 2:1. Now we'll write the empirical formula. Here carbon 1, hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. So this will be the empirical formula. We are writing the compound in the simplest ratio form. This is said to be an empirical formula. Okay. Let me see another example. C2H6O2. Here carbon 2 constituent atom, hydrogen 6, oxygen 2. So now the ratio will be the same. C is to H is to O. So which will have 1:3:1 in the simplest number form. So now the empirical formula will be C carbon 1, hydrogen 3, CH3 and oxygen 1. So O, CH3O. So this will be the empirical formula. And here the empirical formula will be determined with some of the steps. Based on the step, we have to determine the empirical formula. The first step is that we have to determine the mass. Mass is nothing but their weight. And in second step, we have to determine the number of moles by dividing the mass of each element with its atomic weight or atomic mass. Okay. In the third step, we have to divide the number of moles of each element by the smallest number. We have to select the smallest number to get the simplest ratio. So this will be the third step. In last step, so this is, if necessary, we have to move on to this step. Convert the number to whole number by multiplying a suitable smallest number. So first step, determination of mass, and second step, number of moles, and third step, we are converting it into a simplest ratio form, right? So let us take some example. Based on this step, we have to calculate the empirical formula. See here, in this example, CHO, the percentage will be given already. So now we have to first calculate the atomic mass, determination of mass. So now the carbon will have the atomic mass 12 and hydrogen will be 1 and oxygen will be 16. So now after calculating the mass, we have to determine the number of moles, that is how many moles it has. See here, 57.82. This is the percentage they gave already, that is divided by the atomic mass, which will give the number of moles. By dividing the percentage with atomic mass, we get the number of moles, and after getting the number of moles, we have to convert it into a simple ratio by choosing the smallest number. Here in this 3, 2.4 is the smallest number. So divide all those with 2.4. So now 4.8 divided by 2.4 will get 2, and here 1.5, and in last we get 1. Okay. So now the simplest whole number ratio will be 4, 3 and 2. So now C4H3O2. Okay. So like this we have to write the empirical formula C4H3O2. Let us move on to another example. So example I will give for assignment. Okay. So next comes molecular formula. Here in empirical formula we are writing in simplest ratio form. Okay. Whereas in molecular formula we have to multiple, that is it will be the multiple of empirical formula. It will be the multiple. So it seems little confused. Don't worry. When you practice with some of the example, it will be easier for you and makes you for better understanding, right? See here the whole number, because molecular formula is nothing but this is a whole number multiple of the empirical formula. So whole number means it is just an integer without any fraction. Okay. So now molar mass of the compound, by substituting this value we can able to solve n. Okay, we'll determine n. N is nothing but the whole number. So now we'll see some example. Here in acetic acid, the empirical formula will be CH2O. And now first we have to determine the mass of the given compound. So no need to look this 60. First we have to determine the mass. So we'll move based on the steps, 4 steps. So now after determining the mass, so CH2 will have the mass of 30, that is carbon 12, hydrogen 1 into 2, oxygen 16, and adding all those things we get 30. In the second step we have to calculate the number of moles, that is simply n. So now the molar mass of acetic acid, the acetic acid will have the molar mass 60, and the molar mass of empirical formula, that is the CH2O, will have 30. The 60 divided by 30 will give the 2, that is nothing but n. So now on multiplying this with this 2, we get the molecular formula of acetic acid. CH2O into 2 that we found here will be C2. Here already 1 2. So 2 into 2 4, and here 1 into 2 2. C2H4O2. So this will be the molecular formula of acetic acid, whereas empirical formula is CH2O. Okay. That we are right in simplest form, that is the empirical formula. Let us move on to another example. Lactic acid. See here, this lactic acid will have the empirical formula CH2O, and now first step we have to determine the molar mass of this CH2O, which will be equal to 30, and the second step we have to calculate the number of moles. So by knowing the molar mass of this lactic acid, that is divided by the molar mass of this CH2O, we get the value 3, that will be equal to n. So now on multiplying this with the empirical formula, we get the molecular formula, that is CH2O into 3, we get C3H6O3. Right? Have you all understood? So in empirical formula we are writing in simplest form by 4 steps, and last step is, if necessary we have to move on to that step. The first step will be determination of mass. Second step, determine the number of mole, and in third step we have to convert it into the simplest ratio by dividing with the smallest number, right? So that will gives you the empirical formula. Whereas in molecular formula, we have to multiply it with the whole number, okay, that are given for that compound. That will give you the molecular formula. So after this video, I have attached some of the assignment question for practice. And another important thing, definitely you should solve all the problems in your chemistry assignment note. As I already told you, you are doing for your own knowledge. For you are only studying, right? So don't hesitate. Try to solve all those problems in the chemistry assignment note. Okay. Let me catch you on next video. Thank you all.